We're on to recipe number 2. This is the slow cooker Zuppa Toscana, which traditionally has things like kale, potatoes, sausage, and we are going to be incorporating those things in, but also a bit of a creamy version because, of course, it is Dairy Farmers of Manitoba. So let's get started because this looks so hearty and wonderful.
Yes, so
to go with our salad.
For sure. So we're spicing it up a little bit. We have our spicy Italian sausage here, which has been already sautéed with onion and garlic.
Okay.
So that's going to go right into our crock pot.
And I guess like anything else, it could be the spicy. It could also be a little bit more on the mild side if that's more your preference.
Yep. Then we're going to do our potato as well.
Okay, peak of the market, of course, with this wonderful local produce. Potatoes.
Yeah, and then we have our kale going in as well. So I like to add this in at the beginning. It lets it cook down a little bit more, but you can add it at the end too if you like the texture to be a little bit more hearty.
Notable,
notable,
right. If you
yeah.
want it just to be super kind of incorporated into the rest of it, you would go at the beginning, okay?
Yeah, then we got a little pepper. And then we have our chicken broth.
We use chicken broth for this?
Chicken broth for this part. And then you'll notice we're actually going to be saving our cream and Parmesan actually for towards the end because we don't want to add that too early. If we do, it can curdle.
So this is it for the first part?
This is it for the first part.
This is it for the first part.
So once we have all of our ingredients in our slow cooker, we're going to put our lid on and we're going to cook that up for 2 hours on high, or if you have the time, 4 hours on low.
Okay, so that's gonna do the 2 to 4 hours, whatever it is your preference, and the kale at the beginning. And so if you were adding the kale towards the end, about how close to the end would you add it if you wanted a little bit more of that texture?
I would probably do, like, you want to get it in there at least for an hour.
Okay.
So it's not like too
noticeable. Okay,
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, but what we have here is this has been sort of simmering for a little while here in our slow cooker, and so voila. Okay, that's kind of what it's closer to what it's going to look like once we're done. However, we have all of these wonderful dairy elements that we're going to add to this. And so tell us what we're incorporating at this point.
Yeah, so this would be at about 20 minutes before, like, you're gonna add our dairy. So we have half and half cream, so that can get put right in there.
I love that every recipe that we do has cream in it when you are here. You will never hear me complain about that. Okay.
And then we have our shredded Parmesan. That's
All right.
going right in.
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful.
2, and then
a little pinch of our red pepper flakes, optional. But
optional.
again,
And you're
like
not
little spice.
little spice, but not all.
That'd be a lot. Yeah.
That would be a lot.
Yeah.
So let's go generous on this. I mean,
pinch
we're
it in,
spicy. Yeah. It's Saturday night. Come on now.
Well, yeah.
All right. So we're gonna mix this up.
Yeah, you're gonna give that a nice little stir.
Okay.
Then this would go back on low or high, whatever you were doing, and you're gonna go for about another 10 minutes or so, just so it heats up thoroughly. And then that's ready to go with a little bit of Parmesan garnish.
It just makes you weak in the knees already. You know, one thing I did want to know is if, so let's say, I mean, kale is so wonderful for you, and why wouldn't you have kale? But maybe you don't want to do kale. You could also do like spinach in there or something like that.
Definitely.
That's an option, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then as far as the Parmesan goes, you just kind of layer that on like so.
Yes, why
And then-
not?
And then, sorry, how long is this sits for, you said, or is it ready to go, or is it takes a little bit longer yet?
I would give it just 10 minutes.
10
so you're
minutes.
warming up the cream and the soup all together. Yeah.
Okay.
Give it that nice little warmth soup.
Well, look, you know, you can try it based on Tressa's recipe. It's all available on greattastemb.ca. All of our recipes are. But what's really cool about this one is that it is part of the Supper Central meal kits that they've started offering this year. So if you want to give it a try, but you want to take kind of all of that extra work out of it, you just get in touch with Supper Central. All of the information is available on our website, greattastemb.ca, and you can come and pick it up. So a fabulous, whatever, I was going to say weeknight meal, but you know, you can have this anytime. And you've got your lovely salad that we made, and now we've got this beautiful slow cooker Zuppa Toscana to add to that gorgeous beet salad that we just made. However, how do you say that? Piece de resistance. The showstopper, which is coming up in just a moment. We can't wait to get to this no-bake Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Cheesecake when we come back on Great Tastes of Manitoba.
You're watching Great Tastes of Manitoba, brought to you in part by Manitoba's farmers and ranchers. Local farms, local foods.